Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Stardom with a very special repeat guest, Daniel Jackson. How the hell are you, man?
I'm doing great. How the hell are you?
I got to work at 5 in the morning tomorrow, but I'm doing just fine.
Yeah, that sucks. I've been there and done that and did that for years, and glad I don't have to do it again. Hey, man, I just got out of focus.
Yeah, a little bit. There we go. You're good.
Boom! Yeah. I gotta stop. I lean into the camera. That's what happens. So.
It's all good. It's all good. So let's see. The topic for this episode is just coincidental deaths, and it's more the scenarios are just funny to me. How's that sound?
But is it a coincidence?
It's probably not a coincidence, but the scenario in which it happened is pretty hysterical.
It came down to everything happened as we do other things in our life, how something happened just perfectly. These deaths are but as we know, as you know, people do some dumb shit.
Yeah. And shit just happens.
I almost did something dumb today. I was taking some boxes from up the stairs in the basement, and it was heavy. I mean, this box was probably 60, 70 pounds. I had a handle on it, and I went like this to push it forward, to lift it up forward to get it out there. And when I did that, I went like this, whoa, like that, and I was at the top of the steps.
Oh,
and
man.
I said, I won't do that again. Because that would have said, whoa, boom.
Yeah, you'd have fell on your ass.
End of the trip. Yeah, 20 stairs.
So much for Arizona. Just busted my hip.
Right. I already fell down there last year the other way. I slipped on my back and went boom, 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 all the way down.
Now, is this new place, is it a ranch style or is there a basement?
No basements. They don't have many basements over there in Arizona because it's all on bedrock.
Oh, all right, nice. That's good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, my old ass doesn't want to go up downstairs anymore. That's for sure.
All right, so let's get into this first one here because these are pretty good. These are I see you laughing a little bit because I did. All right. An elderly Pennsylvania woman died after her medical alert necklace reportedly strangled her in what's being called a freak accident. Roseanne DeFrancesco was 86 years old in her New Cumberland home when she tripped on the necklace got caught on her walker.
Oh, so she was leaned over and her necklace got caught around the walker.
Yes.
And fell and strangled her.
The necklace strangled her.
Oh my! Why? Well, for old people, it's hard to stand back up again. I know because I'm pretty old. So yeah, that's messed up.
I mean, just think how excited most people are when they get those necklaces. Like, man, I got something. I got some security here.
Yeah, I've fallen and I can't get up. I've fallen, now I'm dead. So yeah. She couldn't hit the button, you know why? Because she was doing this. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
It reminds me of if you were to going somewhere for the winter and it's going to be really cold, so you buy an expensive coat and then you get there, you're unpacking, everybody's inside, and you get your coat caught on the car or something, and you can't get loose, and then you freeze to death because of the coat.
Right. Because you do because we don't pay attention.
Yeah, I don't pay attention. I just do things.
Yeah, me too.
I can't. I've had some moments. I remember when I was in elementary school. Did you ever climb on top of the monkey bars when you were a kid?
Oh, absolutely.
I tried to get on top of them backwards, and it was one of those old play sets with the old metal ones, and I fell forward when I tried to jump back, and my stomach hit that first bar, bent the bar. I couldn't breathe for 5 minutes. I thought I was gonna die.
When I was a kid, we had this place that we could go play that had swings and monkey bars, but the monkey bars were cool. It was this big giant dome of bars. Mm-hmm. And which was cool. You could climb up it, but it was it was like a 10-foot drop if you fell through.
Yeah.
So I mean, you fell through and you hit the fucking sand and you were done, you know. But yeah, man, you fall on one of those bars and oh yeah, no thanks.
I've had several situations where I've had the wind knocked out of me. It's the scariest shit in the world.
Oh, absolutely, because you can't breathe. You can't do anything at that point until wait till it's over.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up. In 1875, a factory worker spied a mouse running across her work table, causing her to scream. Her cries caught the attention of an unnamed gentleman who stepped forward and caught the mouse in his hands. But he didn't have a great grip, so the mouse escaped and scurried up into his mouth and down his throat, and he suffocated.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh yeah! Oh.
Was trying to be a hero, and then
Trying to be a hero. I have a mouse story from last night. I was packing boxes up, and outside, I had these stray cats that we keep in the garage. We keep heat lamps warm and everything. So, while they're outside, I see one of them coming out from under my truck to go under my wife's car, and what he's doing, there was a mouse that walked from the car to the other car, and this cat was just walking along with it, like, oh, I'm going to bite you in about 2 seconds. It was like walking together. I was like, what the hell is that going on there? And then later this morning, my wife shows me, hey, look what the cat brought me, and there's a dead mouse. Why do you have to be, it's a mouse, Why do you have to be the hero and go try to pick up the mouse,
He's just trying to help the woman out. I mean, I get that he was trying to do a good deed, but she's probably like, "Oh, thank you so much," and he's like, "Oh, no problem." And then
talk about getting a hairball.
I remember when I was still learning to drive, and we were on the highway, and my mom was in the passenger seat, and the spider. I just see the spider coming down. Was
that last year?
I was learning to drive. Okay.
Your mommy was teaching you to drive last year. Yeah.
The spider comes down. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, swat it. And it ends up crawling up my legs while I'm driving on the highway. And I'm like, so I pulled over. I get out of the car. I'm like smacking myself on the side.
Yeah, sure. Beating yourself up. Your mom's looking like you're like, what the hell's going on? My wife freaks out whenever she sees spiders. We were at a Bob Evans one time, and I swore I thought it had to do something with Christmas because a spider came down from the ceiling and came down right in front of us. And she jumped up and started yelling. She went, ho, ho, ho. And I said, what's it, Christmas? Yeah. And she said, a spider. I said, oh, that? Done. Let's eat.
Anymore. That's what I do. I just use my hand, and my wife hates it.
I get
it. All right. You ready for the next one? This is going to be kind of a short episode, so it's all good.
That's okay.
As long as I'm getting episodes out there, right?
You look a little short in the seat tonight.
Huh?
You look a little short in the seat tonight. Are you slouching or something?
I mean, I can stand up. No, I'm sitting at a bar stool, actually. I'm sitting at a bar, actually.
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'10".
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I'm average. I mean, I don't know. Most men are, 5'10"?
I don't know. I'm 6'1".
Yeah, that's tall, I think.
All three of my two brothers and my dad were all 5'10". So.
Okay. My dad was 6'8", or is 6'8". His sister's 6'4". His other brother is 6'6", and then my cousin is 6'8".
Wow, man, you're like the runt of the family.
Yeah, my mom's only 5'3", so.
Oh, that's what happened.
God damn it! They're doing floor work upstairs. Can you hear them banging? Can you hear them banging around up there?
Yeah, of course I can. Look at everybody else. I can hear it over here all the way into Delaware. It's all loud.
No, they're doing it on purpose, those assholes. All right. Well, fuck it. Anyways, we're gonna keep going.
Yep.
In 1989, convicted murderer Michael Anderson Godwin, who originally was sentenced to death via the electric chair, caught a lucky break when his sentence was downgraded to a life sentence. The universe decided the courts were wrong, so as the man was on his metal toilet, he tried to fix a pair of headphones, and to prove exactly how great a decision maker he was, he decided to bite down on a wire of the headphone while sitting on the metal toilet. This electrocuted him, using the wet metal toilet as a conductor.
Wow. Well, you said he was on death row, correct?
Yeah.
That's the only way that it would be possible for him to actually have those headphones, because if you're like, because I worked in prison for 6 years, that would be a regular inmate would not be allowed to have those. So they don't even get radios. They get TVs sometimes, but yeah, he wouldn't be able to have headphones, because that would be something that they could use, like he did, to make either a weapon or to kill themselves.
I mean, it's a wire. They could strangle themselves with that.
Yeah, the high risk people, they only will let them. I learned from some people, if you're going to try to kill yourself in prison when they first come into receiving, that if you're going to try to hang yourself with your shoelaces, you have to slide into it and don't jump, because if you jump, the shoelaces break. I learned, from so many people doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to ease into it to choke yourself instead of jumping.
Well, doesn't your body kind of reject it, like mentally? Like, does your body try to reject you from killing yourself?
Absolutely. That's why they do it from a higher distance and stand on a chair, because if they're dangling, they can't get to nothing else. Yeah, your body will just freak out.
That's great. That's just like trying to hold your breath and drown yourself. Like, if there's a chance that your body can get out of it, it's
absolutely.
Get out.
Absolutely. Yeah. But hey, this guy, he succeeded. He must have wet himself first too. He probably took some of the water and splashed it on him, and then chomped down on that wire.
Yeah.
Pretty ingenious, though, but he wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, he was ready.
Because
we actually had.
We would think, oh, he saved himself and he got this pardon, so now he can just do life in prison. I worked there, man. You don't want to be there eating the food.
Yeah.
Your freaking life. You don't want to be there, getting all that free sex that you don't want. So, I saw a guy. I was leaving work, going down the hallway, and I saw a guy sitting on top of his bunk, and he was taking the sheet and making a noose out of it. So he was getting ready to hang it from the air duct. I had to run down the hallway, and I don't run because I'm old as shit. I had to run down the hallway and go get the guards and yell for them, "Hey, this guy's trying to kill himself!" What? Because he knew when it was. It was shift change.
Mm-hmm.
So he was trying to kill himself. But did I save him? I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to look for some attention. Who knows?
Who knows? God damn it.
Speaking of wanting attention.
Actually, right before the show, I was helping them rip up their flooring. They're trying to get, they're laying down fucking wood boards. They got a shipment. Yeah, so they got a shipment coming in here soon. I helped them rip up all our carpet. So
you're such a good neighbor.
I don't mind helping. I'm a nice guy. I might be stupid sometimes, but I'm nice.
We have good neighbors here. We're actually going to miss our neighbors. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, these guys, it's two brothers, and they're super. They're handyman. I mean, they both weld, but one of them is the one who broke his legs.
Yeah. How's he doing?
Good. He's using crutches. One of his legs is fine. The other one, he can't put any weight on it for a few more months. But we'll see.
He still has them.
He has them. Yes.
Yeah.
They're worried about the stability on his left foot, because that's the one he can't bear weight on, and whenever they try to put any kind of testing on it just kind of lays there.
Don't tell him not to get discouraged over that, because I have neuropathy in both of my legs. Okay, so when I lay down on you see that position?
Yeah.
That's the position I sleep in. I sleep in at a 90-degree angle. I sleep like this. I'm at this angle. I can't lay down because my eyes, there's capillaries, there's problems I have in my eyes where I get lasers or I get a needle in my eye. If I lay down flat, they will pop, and then I get these floaters in my eye, so I don't. So, but when I'm laying down anywhere, my left foot does this. It does this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell him, don't let that bother him. That's not, when I go to the doctor and they take that hammer and they bang your knee to see the reflex you get, my legs do nothing.
Wow.
When he first hit that, because this was after a back operation that I had a pallet of chicken fall on top of me, frozen pallet. He hit that knee with the hammer, and my leg went nothing. And he went like this. He went, And I said, "That's supposed to do that?" He goes, "Not really." I said, "Is there something I should be concerned about?" He goes, "Let me try again." Hits it again. I was like, "Yeah, there's nothing going on there." He goes, "You'll be all right." What? What do you mean? Yeah.
Thanks, doctor.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, that was the opposing doctor. That's the company I worked for. It was their doctor who told me that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any feeling from the knees down.
Damn. I'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, you will, man, because you'll be old.
Yeah. I plan on working my ass off until I can't, and by that point, I'll just be a retired old fart. I'll be one of those old men that just get high all the time and yell at people.
So the only difference between that and now is you'll just be older.
Well, on the getting high part, I can't do anyways. But if it wasn't for insurance at my work, I would be. I'll be honest, I would be high. But it's not a priority for me. Like, it's not. It's, my family and my insurance is more important.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. This is root beer water. I don't get high. I don't do any drugs or anything like that. But it's legal in Arizona, and it's legal to grow your own.
Yeah. Have you ever smoked pot before?
Long time ago for me, long time ago. Yeah, back when I was like 15, 16.
Yeah.
And I had a real bad trip from it.
Oh.
The last time I did it, where we got it from, or where my brother got it from, the person we found out because they did a chemical test on it. It was laced with something called paraquat, which is a bug killer.
I've heard of that.
And angel dust.
Oh my God.
I actually went in. I was standing in the hallway, and I was seeing the hallway going, and people were talking. It sounded like the Peanuts characters. It was going womp 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 womp.
Oh man.
Said, "You want to come in the room?" I said, "Yeah." Can I go in there lay down? Can I go in there sit down? He's like, "Sure." And then he comes up to me, and then he says, "I think you need to go to the nurse." I said, "Yeah, I think so." I got there, and my heart was actually, I had a shirt on. You could see my heart beating through my shirt.
Damn.
It was coming so bad. She said my heart rate was double than what it was supposed to be. She said to me, the nurse said, "I could call the hospital and get an ambulance over here, but by the time they get here, you could be dead." She said, "There's nothing I can do."
Damn.
I went and laid down. After that, never did it again, man. I also got suspended from school for 10 days.
I got suspended for 3 days once. I don't remember why.
In order to come back to school, I had to go see a psychiatrist. And that guy must have thought I was really wacko because he wanted me to come back.
I mean, you are a wacko. I mean, you speak.
I said no. Yeah.
I mean, you've told me many people will just like turn you away because you're wacko, right?
Pretty much.
Or is it because you just speak the truth and people don't handle it?
Yeah, that's the most part. Yeah, they just can't handle the truth.
All right, let's get another story in. We keep bullshitting, but let's keep these stories going.
I know, right? It's like catching up.
I know, dude. I love it. In 1992, Greg Austin Gingrich died in the Grand Canyon after jokingly pretending to fall to his death, then losing his footage and actually falling to his death.
Oh my God! Why would you do that? Why would you? You know. Why would you?
My work. There's people on a scrubber. They run a scrubber around the warehouse, and I don't know how many times I'll fuck with them, and I'll go, whoa! Yeah, and I'm just that's what I'm imagining, but actually fall.
Yeah. I've worked that machine before. That's fun.
That's just crazy.
Why would you do that? Why would you just to impress some people? I mean,
well, I could see if it was 5 feet, 10 feet, but you're standing on a ledge, thousands of foot drop.
Right.
Oh, watch this, guys! Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, that's up in Arizona as well too. The Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I've been there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, am I going to go stand there? No. But
actually, there's not. They don't talk too much about it, but Rainbow Valley is not far from there, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
have you ever heard of Rainbow?
I bet you've been to the Rainbow Valley.
Yeah, there's actually an annual festival there.
Oh man, I know you know what I'm talking about.
It's funny because like when I first started Stardom and I posted the name and somebody said you really shouldn't put the word dumb in there because it could be offensive, and I'm just like, you really have not heard my episodes.
Yeah, wait till you hear it. Yeah.
I'm not an offensive person. I mean, I like everybody. It's just I enjoy comedy, and in order to be somebody who can enjoy life, you have to enjoy some humor.
In order to work at prison, you have to have a sense of humor because you see everything. I've seen a guy who so this is what they do with inmates. They allow them to do things there. They won't. Here's what they won't do. They won't give you a regular size pen to write with. They give you the insert part of the pen to write with, but they will let you go on the work pile, this wood pile outside, and use a chainsaw to cut wood.
What?
Yes. And this guy there was a guy went out there, used that chainsaw improperly, and cut the end of his finger right off. There was another guy that went out there. They did not give him safety glasses, and he went out there and he hit that wood, and it skipped back and went right in the face, right across his face.
Have you ever used a drill press before?
Yes.
When I was in workshop, it was wood shop back in 7th grade. It was 7th or 8th grade, and our teacher showing us how to use the drill press. Turn it on. It takes a while to wind up. Yeah. And he's going to drill down, and he's talking to us. Drills right through his thumb, right through. And he had to he starts screaming. He hits the button. But if you've ever used a drill press, it takes a while to come to a stop.
Yeah.
So and then he goes to put it in reverse. Of course, slow wind back.
Right back out again, yeah.
And we're all like, what do we do? He was like, fuck, go get a teacher.
Yeah, stupid, right? Yeah.
Man, you just see the stuff coming out when he pulled it when it came out of his finger too.
Yeah, like when I saw this guy, there's just blood squirting out of his fucking finger. The whole
All right, this next one I think is absolutely hysterical. In 1985, the New Orleans lifeguards threw a big party to celebrate the fact that no one had drowned in any pool during the summer season. A clean no drowning record. A great reason to celebrate, but when all the excessive celebrations were over, Jeremy Moody was found drowned at the deep end of the department pool. Mr. Moody was not a lifeguard, but he was at a party where 4 lifeguards were on duty and another 200 off-duty lifeguards were in attendance.
And nobody saved this guy. Maybe they figured he's like the other guy. He was pulling a prank. Hey, I'm drowning. He must have been. Everybody else must have been completely wasted drunk, as this guy probably was, celebrating.
He probably didn't even realize he was so drunk. He probably didn't even realize he was drowning. He probably
Probably.
thought he was sleeping, and it just felt so cozy as he was dying.
Yeah. Oh, something's wet, feels so good and warm. Yeah. Yeah, man. What an idiot. Yeah.
Just like I imagine a good chunk of these lifeguards were probably blacked out or just too inebriated. So the next day they're probably like, "What?"
Yeah. It was a record. Yeah. Yeah. When I had that pound of frozen chicken drop on me, that place there had been like 1,800 days or something like that. Yeah, like 1,800 days free of accident free. And just before it happened, we were in an office watching a safety meeting on exactly what happened to me. It was about a forklift, and if you had 2 pallets of chicken and if you see it start to wobble like it's going to fall apart, because that's what this company does, they were told to put it down and put it down slowly so it wouldn't go all over the place. But this guy dropped it right down when it did. It collapsed and fell right on top of me. Avalanche.
So what happened when you were doing it?
I was at a machine that you would take up. Had a forklift. I would take this pound of chicken and put it in there, and then it would turn sideways, and then it would shake, and then I would take this big chisel thing to get these plastic dividers out. Mm-hmm. It would shake it so it would unbreak all the ice, and then I would pull them things out and then put it back together and put it down. You were not allowed to wrap these things with plastic. They gave you this tape, okay? You ever see the tape that you put on something that's got like little strands of rope in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. It was this wide, okay? Like not even about an inch wide. And you were to take one piece and go around the top layer of boxes, rip it off, and then that's all they used to hold 50 boxes of chicken. That's all they used. And then they would come to another pallet and then put 2 one on top of each other. A guy would come up on a big forklift, pick it up, and he would take it into the freezer again and freeze it again. And that's what he was doing. And I was standing there at this machine like this, and he was behind me. And I only heard one thing. I heard, "Look out!" I turned around, and that's all I remember. I woke up, and they were putting me on a backboard and taking me to the hospital. They said there was boxes of chicken laying on top of me, and there was they said it looked like a bed of chicken boxes, and I was laying on top of it completely out.
That's what happened to my neighbor when he broke his legs. He said he remembers the "watch out," and he went to go back, and he tripped over there's a beam on the ground. He tripped over it, and that's when he fell, and they fell on him.
Yeah,
took out his legs. Bone was coming out of his leg and everything.
Yeah, I had disc decompression, and so the disc was bulged out on the other side, looked like a mushroom sticking out of it from the X-ray. And I had that operation first, and then the second operation a year and a half later, I was in front of a refrigerator. I went to bend over, and my back went pop, make this noise, and I fell forward. And 2 weeks later, back in, and they took the whole disc out and put 4 screws in, and yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got his X-ray of his leg is just nothing but screws and bolts holding his bone together.
And that is going to screw him up like it screws me up for the rest of your life. That's why I can't go out in the cold, because as soon as my back gets cold, I'm done. I get cold, the rest of me gets cold, I get the shivers, and then my muscles start shaking, and I can't stop shivering. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. So got to get it. Yeah, I went to work on my motorcycle and left in an ambulance.
Damn.
But I'm still here.
You are still here, and you're going strong, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You are, man. You're going. Hey, you don't give a shit. You're doing what you can. You're doing what you can. You make the best of what you got.
That's it, man.
You don't. You do stress. I get that things do happen, but you don't stress. You're like me. You don't stress unless it's like a necessary stress. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I like what's recently going on with you. You know, we don't need to talk about it, but I get it. I'd be stressed. I'd be pissed off and frustrated.
Yeah, like this problem I have by
Yeah.
buying, buying the paperwork actually went through. They took my name off of it, so my wife could just pay for get the house in her name. But yeah, I
And
have
still, it's a situation that shouldn't have been a problem. It shouldn't have been this.
it was supposed to be resolved 5 years ago when I signed my
Yeah.
name off of the house, and but she never filed the paperwork.
Yep. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I get it. Stress happens, and
Yeah,
but I do my best to be as positive as possible. You know.
yeah. I got to go tomorrow to a town a couple miles away to go get a courthouse to go get a divorce decree because I can't find my. I still have, no matter, even though we're getting that taken care of, I still have to prove that I'm not connected to this house because it'll follow me around for the rest of my life if I don't. So,
All right, you ready for another comical?
yeah, man, I need some comical, man.
28-year-old Tommy Woodward, a man known for wearing straw cowboy hats and a T-shirt reading "Class Motherfucker," was slain by an alligator in the Texas Bayou after shouting "Fuck this alligator" and jumping into the water with the aforementioned carnivorous reptile.
Tommy was an idiot. Why?
What gave it away? His attire?
No, the fact that he would, jump into the, why would you do that?
Man.
Again, it's like the other ones, you know. People were trying to prove something. The guy was trying to prove something by picking up the mouse. The guy was trying to, hey, look how cool I am. I'll pretend I'm jumping off the Grand Canyon.
Whoops.
Why do people feel the need? I'll tell you why they feel the need, because we've been taught our entire lives to go out and prove ourselves for everything.
It's more of like, as you're raised, in school, you need the approval. Like everything you do needs to be approved.
Yes.
So it's like you need clarity that what you're doing is funny or you're cool.
Right. You have to prove your worth to everybody. Yeah, look how cool I am, or look how much I can do, or look how far I can run, or look how far I can jump, that type of thing, And then we get accolades for those things, but what good does it really do you?
Yeah, well, I mean,
nothing.
Getting into a pond with an alligator it's like
really dumb.
That just reminds me of like some tool like that just works out 5 days a week and just super buff and like trying to impress some women or so, well, I got this. Just gets in there, and of course, the alligator's gonna tear his ass up.
Do you remember that guy? So back when after Evel Knievel, on David Letterman, he used to have a guy in there. His name was Super Dave.
No.
Super Dave Osborne. And Super Dave would come on and do this skit where he would do this stunt. And every time he did the stunt, he got fucked up in it really bad. You should Google him, Super Dave Osborne, and watch all his shit. He'll do something and you'll see like he's supposed to go across this building and jump on a motorcycle or something like that. And it goes, instead of jumping across, it goes straight down. And then he comes in afterwards at the end of the skit. And he's got bandages all over his head and stuff like that. And yeah, it's funny. He's like the worst stunt guy. So yeah,
that's good.
So
that sounds like some jackass stuff. Is what that is.
Right. And Tommy was going, "Oh fuck this alligator! I'll jump in there with him." And then and then the alligator said, "No. Fuck you, Tommy." Alligator 1, Tommy 0.
It's more of a thank you, Tommy, than a fuck you, Tommy.
Yeah, thanks for lunch. Yeah. Oh, look, he's wrestling the alligator. No, the alligator's just doing a roll on him. That's all.
That's not a wrestle. That's him trying to get away.
Yeah. Yeah,
that splashing in the water is not him fighting.
no. When his foot fell forward, it was something else. Yeah, yeah.
All right. British actor Gareth Jones died of a heart attack while performing in a live televised play in 1958, in which his character was scripted to have a heart attack. The rest of the cast improvised around his death and finished the play.
Oh, so he improvised a heart attack when he actually had an heart attack.
He actually had it, but his role was to improvise a heart attack.
Wow. I mean, that's how and well does that ever happen? You know?
Never. Yeah, 1 in a million. I'm guessing he's the only one.
I was kind of screwed up by his name. You said his name is Gareth, or how do you spell that?
Gareth. I mean, it's 1958, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, isn't that Garth? But I guess not, man.
I know. Yeah, it's also British, so I don't know. It could be pronounced different.
I have a story similar to that. I went to see a friend of mine's band because I played drums for years, and I saw the drummer there. I knew him, and he's like, "Hey, man, he just went to see Van Halen. He's like, we got to get together and work out some drum licks together." And just because he really admired the way I played, I really liked the way he played. So, really nice guy. I had to leave because I had to get up and go to work early the next day, and somebody tells me he died that night. And I was like, what? I was just there. I just saw him. I was walking out the bar, and he looked at me, and I said, "See you later, man." And he hit a cymbal. He said, "See ya." And I was like, I said, I'll call you. He's like, yeah, I'll call you. Out the door. This is what happened. At the end of the night, how the band does it. The big credenza, whatever. Thank you, good night. Boom, he hit the cymbals. He fell backwards on his chair, and that was it.
Dang.
And they went behind him, and they said, "Oh, man." They were laughing their asses off. They went back there and couldn't wake him up. His heart exploded.
That's so random. That's like well, I mean, it's
people die all the time. Yeah, well, people die. There was a guy back in the 70s, 80s, this guy named Jim Fixx. He was a famous runner. This guy was always doing these marathons. Famous runner. As healthy as Get All Out. Was out when he was 40 years old, taking a run, had a heart attack and died. Because why? Because when it's your time to go, it just is. We just see it as a circumstance that happened, but it's not. Again, just like anybody else, everybody, you just die.
Yeah.
When people say, "Oh, he suddenly died," or, "I can't believe he died." No, no one suddenly dies. Some people just, everybody, there's one moment you're here, and the next, we all think is somebody dying as lying in bed and then they go out, or or something like that, or a car crash. But we don't think about the people who are just walking along, gone and die.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened, but yeah, it just happened.
It's like those rare stories of people who spontaneously combust.
Right.
Like you would never know. Like we would never witness that. I mean, the chances are rare, but it could happen, and then we'd be like, "What just happened?" Like just a dude just exploded in front of you.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Holy fuck!" I'd probably do that too. I'd probably go, "Holy fuck!" I might say,
wiping the blood.
Like, holy shit! What do you do?
You do nothing. You do nothing. What can you do?
Right.
I bet you I could revive him if I just scoop up his mess on the ground.
How do I go on about my day? You just do.
You just do.
Because what are you going to do?
I know you don't drink, but I'm drinking a few beers.
I was gonna ask what flavor or what company. It looked like Coors. Fruit Smash.
Tropical Punch. It's a hard seltzer.
Yeah, you did go to that fucking Rainbow Canyon, didn't you? Holy shit.
Hey, I'll drink it. I'll try anything.
Yeah, obviously you will if you went to that Rainbow Canyon. You fucking. Oh, I went to the Rainbow Canyon. I'm gonna try a fruit smash now.
You did that all too well. You know that.
I watch you a lot. I watch. I can emulate or imitate.
Hey, I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality that I'll play along with it. Let's go.
Well, you showed me at the Rainbow Canyon. I'm sure by the end of the day you had your own.
No, hey, you know what? You go there and you check that out, and you're gonna be like, dude, it was cool. It is.
You know how far that is for me to drive in Arizona? I'm gonna be 12 miles from the border of Mexico. You know what
not as far. It's not as far as from where you are now.
Oh, I know, man. But that's like a 12-hour drive.
Is it that far?
Yeah. I'm going to be at the very bottom.
Kansas is like, I think, 7 hours to get across. But that's the longest part of it.
It's going to be a 36-hour drive for us from where we are, because we're at the very end of by the coast. So yeah, it's going to be a 36-hour drive. Going to do it in days.
I got one more story, and then we'll bullshit for a few minutes and wrap it up. Health fanatic Basil Brown managed to kill himself by drinking a gallon of carrot juice a day in the belief it would make him healthy. Basil Brown drank 10 gallons of juice in 10 days, overdosing on vitamin A and suffering severe liver damage.
Wow.
Trying to be healthy.
There was a time when I drink a lot of water. I drink like 3 quarts of water a day.
Yeah.
And it's all root beer flavored because I put these A&W root beer packs in there, and then
those are good. I've had those.
Oh, they're freaking delicious, And
yeah.
So I make 3 quarts a day, and I drink it all. Sometimes more, but there have been times I remember when I was younger. We had water at my home. It's actually across town from here. With my parents, the water was like sweet tasting. It was delicious, and I was drinking it so much. There was one time I drank so much at nighttime. I felt like I could feel the water coming up.
What?
And I was like, oh my God. I drank so much of it, I filled up my stomach and it started coming back into my esophagus. I was like,
I've heard that you can actually drink too much. You can actually drink too much water.
Oh, it was painful. It was painful. But that's a lot of carrot juice, man. That's
a gallon a day. Yeah, drinking it. That'd be like drinking a gallon of milk a day. I couldn't do that. That's a lot of milk. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't want to.
You can drink a gallon of milk throughout the day, but you can't drink a gallon of milk straight in one shot. It'll come right back up. I've seen it every time it comes right back up.
Yeah. Just to think that he did a gallon of it every day for 10 days. That's crazy.
And to think you're actually trying to do something healthy, but you're poisoning yourself at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, his body couldn't process it fast enough, and it just.
Well, it's like a lot of things. Like people who are like, I'm going to try and be a vegan. Well, if you don't do the research and you don't study like what you need to supplement for the things that you're not going to be getting,
right,
it's not going to be healthy for you.
No, and I get that. I went not vegan, but I went vegetarian back when I was 28 years old, and I lost 150 pounds in the first year. I basically shit out a Backstreet Boy, and yeah, I kept that weight off.
Which one was it?
I don't know. They all. Nowadays, I go in the bathroom, and by the time I get done, it looks like I murdered a man made out of shit and shoved him down the toilet. Because I used a chisel to chisel my name in there, and but yeah, I did that for 25 years. I stayed vegetarian, but it just became too hard to stay that way because a lot of the stuff you eat out there is so over processed. It's just horrible for you. But I mean, I kept the weight off, and then so I always remained around 200 to 210. And I was up to around 215 pounds recently, about 5 months ago, and then I started riding my bicycle. Now I weigh 199 pounds. So, but yeah, I went back to eating meat in 2017. I started out with soup and some probiotics, and then 2 weeks later, I was at Wendy's shoving a Baconator into my face.
You said you're 6'1" and you're 199 pounds.
Yeah.
So you're pretty thin.
Yeah, I still got this little bit of a belly here, but it's like it's floppy.
Well, see, I'm 5'10" and I'm like 203.
Oh man, you're fat as fuck.
Huge.
No,
I can show you. I'll show you my pregnancy bellies.
Yeah, so I got like a little chub here, but that won't go away. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty skinny, you know. I mean,
yeah.
But
That's good, man.
when I was 16 or 17 years old, I was 6'1" in the 8th grade. So
Yeah.
by the time I was 16, you know, I only weighed 160 pounds back then. So I was 40 pounds lighter than I am now.
Mhm.
Crazy, right? I mean, I was really.
That is.
But
All
then
right,
I started going to Burger King, and I would eat like 3 triple cheeses and 2 chocolate milkshakes and 2 large fries and a couple hot apple pies and cookies, and I ballooned up to 350 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, I had more chins than a Chinese phone book. Yeah, I was huge. Yeah, I was fat bastard. I want a baby on my belly. I was a fat son of a bitch.
So, what do you think of my idea of doing a improv game podcast?
Yeah, man, why not? I mean, you know what? You're not going to find out if it works or doesn't work unless you toss that horseshoe out in front of you and see what happens.
Yeah, like singed eye sockets. I got light singed eye sockets. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I like singed eye sockets. I don't know why you quit doing that. I mean,
I don't know. I really don't know, man. I still want to do, like, I like having serious conversations. And I do occasionally on here, like we just mix it in with the stories, you know?
right.
Which I feel like I could probably do some of these to where it's not necessarily comical. They're just, you know, serious stories.
What are the games that you're going to play?
Well, so I want it to be like scenario based. Like, would you rather do this or this? And then like break down the pros and cons of each one, you know? Or, you know, are you familiar with humanity, Cards Against Humanity?
No.
So basically, it'd be like a verse or phrase with a bunch of blank lines, and you fill them in. But I want it to be stuff that doesn't include game cards or game pieces. I just want it to be segments, like Would You Rather, and maybe a couple other things. Like, I'm trying to think of an adult way to do, like, if I'm going to go camping and I'm taking this with me kind of thing. Have you ever done that as a kid, like where you go through the alphabet?
Sure.
So it's going to be a few weeks to get an idea, but I want to get like 4 or 5 segments that I could do each episode, and then just do it with people, man. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I did it with my stepson the other day. I did some Would You Rathers. Do what?
It's like asking somebody, if you were to wake up in the middle of the woods, completely naked and your ass covered in Vaseline.
Yes. Just stupid off the wall, just scenario based things.
That's a question for you. If you woke up in the middle of the woods, ass covered in Vaseline and completely naked, would you tell anybody?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd probably wonder I'd probably go searching for where the Vaseline came from.
But would you physically go out and tell somebody?
Well, fuck. I mean, I personally I would, because I don't give a shit. I don't care what people think of me. That's the thing that's different between me and 80% of the population is they would probably not go tell somebody because they'd be worried about the reaction people gave. I don't care about the reaction people have. If it happened, it happened. Yeah, I'd fucking tell somebody.
Awesome. Hey, you want to go camping?
Get me nice and drunk.
Yeah, that's right, man. But anyway, yeah.
No, but I
Yeah,
think just scenario based situations and games and make episodes. I mean, it wouldn't be hard. I feel like it'd be very simple to do.
I'd play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Sign me up. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, again, it's still a work in the making. I just decided to do it this week, so.
But well, holy crap. That could work out better for you. So if I were to do like an episode with you, because it would be better for you, because then I would be an hour behind you, which means you could do it later, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to worry about getting up early.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, 10, 11 o'clock at night, 8 or 9 for you would be great.
Right. Yeah. You got to find contestants.
Yeah, no, and I want to come up with segments, and I want titles, so it'll be a different form than what I do now, and
So-
that's why.
So if you had the game already, wouldn't that be a good idea if you get a person to come on your regular show, this show, to ask them if they would do a double show with you?
Yeah, and that's what I'll probably start doing.
Yeah, record them both and then just play. Okay, now we're not going to stop recording. We're just going to go on and we're going to play this game, and then I'll edit it later.
Yeah. So and that's probably what I'll end up doing. Like I said, it's just first week. I'm working on kind of a branding for now, and then some segment ideas.
Yeah, you're going to have to. I mean, especially because you're working all these new hours and stuff. You got to record when you can.
Yeah, and my wife is definitely coming around to the fact that I actually do enjoy doing this. So that's why she's watching my daughter right now.
Well, she should. That's the way. That's what a marriage is based on.
She just doesn't. She doesn't enjoy it. She doesn't understand how I could enjoy it, because she doesn't enjoy talk radio. She doesn't like talk radio. She thinks the whole idea of it is just for her it's boring. So she's like, okay, whatever, Which I get. It's just, I enjoy doing it.
My wife hasn't gone riding with me in probably 2 years, but yeah, I go out and ride my bike most of the time by myself.
Yeah, I told her I'm fine with that, but I'm going to keep doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it as well, and she should just be accepting of it. That's just the way it is,
She is. She is. So, is that your dog barking in the background?
No, I don't have a dog, man.
Oh man, I'm hearing dogs.
Are you?
Yeah, I heard a dog bark.
Really?
Unless it's my neighbors upstairs being assholes.
Probably, man. I mean, I was doing an interview earlier and saw a bunch of. He said, "What do you see now?" And I looked and I saw a bunch of wolves. Said, "There's a bunch of wolves in here." I said, "I'll just cross them over later." But yeah, they're still here. As a matter of fact, they're looking right at me. It's kind of crazy. But because there's no space and time, they're just here all the time. But yeah, I'll deal with that later. But yeah, no dogs here, man.
All right. Well, like I told you, I have to get up at 5 a.m. So.
All right, man. Yeah, we don't want to keep you up too late. I know how that is.
Hey, when do you have a moving date?
The table has turned. Yeah. We're going to be leaving on the 3rd, and we got to be out there by like the 8th, because she's got to do final walkthrough on the 9th, and then we do closing on the 10th. So
are you going to stay in a hotel for a few days, or?
Yeah, me and her and the 7 cats or 10 cats.
Damn, that's so many cats.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a Airbnb or something like that, so we don't have to worry about people. Yeah, and we're gonna.
Yeah, I have a funny story about cats. My great grandma lived in Salina, Utah, very small town. You could ride a bicycle around it in 10 minutes, and they had a neighbor that had over 300 cats.
Oh, I knew somebody like that. It's crazy, right?
The city actually came and basically told her she had to vacate or get rid of the cats because she had two trailers, and she was within city limits. She had 2 trailers. She had her garage and her house just filled. I mean, just stupid numbers of cats just on her property.
I knew a lady like that. I gave some cats to. and she had a barn, and she had all the cats out there with heat lamps and all this other stuff. And yeah, they are the cat lady. Yeah.
Like if you have land and you love cats, it's
That's
fine
one-
because cats are they can be independent outside
Right.
animals. You know.
Absolutely. I was out. I think, did I just tell you that earlier about the mouse? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, they're out there. I'm feeding them. I was out there feeding them one day. And as I'm feeding them, one of the cats is standing right next to me, chewing on a fucking baby rabbit that it just killed. I mean, pulling the skin off with its teeth. And I'm sitting there putting dinner on a plate. I'm like, oh, I guess you don't want any of this. And I just put it down. I sat there. And then the other night, one of the cats came in like 3 nights ago, comes strolling in. He's got a mouse with him. I was like, and he puts it down, looks at me, picks it back up again. And then he throws it up in the air and starts flipping it around with his paws, doing this like ninja moves, going, yeah, on 2 paws, and flipping the mouse around and flipping it. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And then he ate the whole fucking thing right in front of me.
Damn.
I sat there like this, watching him eat that mouse, man. It was crazy. He ate the tail, everything. He spit out one little bit. I don't know what that was. Maybe the entrails or something. But I was like, I saw him moving it around. And the next thing you know, I was like, he walked away. I was like, oh my God, he ate the whole fucking thing. Holy shit. That was a big mouse, too. All right, man, get to bed, man.
Right. I'm going to get to bed. We will talk.
All right, cool. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep. Have a good night, man.
You too. See you.
Later.